Well, another day of unboxing. The UPS guy showed up with another Gibson box, and that's just always fun. I'll get this one open, and then we'll start taking a look at it, or at least I'll get the box open. Alright, so this one showed up and we sat around for a while on Reverb before I decided that I wanted to adopt it. And I was especially intrigued by the case it came with, since I do not remember these coming with cases. I remember them coming with the really, really not very good gig bags that Gibson was famous for when they were brand new. This case seems like it's had a little wear and tear on it, but overall doesn't seem to be in especially terrible condition. It's got kind of a vintage vibe to it, though it does appear to have been in storage for a while, because look at the level of dust on there. Well, anyway, so what we've got is a 60s Tribute with black P90s, and of course satin finish, which actually I think was standard on these guitars. I'm not exactly sure. I saw these but wasn't really interested in them until much later on. This one is a 2016 model and has a really nice satin finish feel to it all over. Now, in the case you get the black cover, the certificate of authenticity, and a couple of the Gibson repair and restoration picks. In the envelope you get the repair and restoration disclaimer and your normal stuff about the things that they did to it and what the conditions are. So one of the things I really liked about this guitar was that it had some really nice figuring on some grain on the fretboard and on the body. I especially liked this guy right there. But this streak and difference in colors for it to be that rosy of a rosewood was something I didn't ever really see on these guitars when they were sitting in places like Guitar Center. Of course, the back doesn't have any kind of cool figuring or anything, but you can see the wood grain and the satin finish of it. And seeing as it's P90, there's no special electronics or anything. They're just basic switches and setup. With that said, though, I'll go ahead and tune it up, do a quick playthrough. Be interested. I'm really super excited to put this one up against the Classic and the Studio with the split coils to sound it, figure out how they sound. Alright, so full disclosure, I've never owned a P90 equipped guitar. I've heard people talk about them. I've always wanted to try one. I considered getting a modern that could split coil down to a P90, and still might. But this one was calling my name because of the satin finish and all black setup on the, everything. I don't know why Gibson Mod Shop or slash Demo Shop didn't opt for the black keystones, but they didn't. That would have been, I think, the obvious completion of the all black everything else. But they didn't, and that's their job, not mine. So I'm just like I say. So I'm going to do everything in at 10 and start off in the neck, and then just work through a basic. Next video or sometime soon, I'll have this one with the Studio and the Classic, because I'm really super curious about how that is going to sound with the split coils versus the P90s. So anyway, basic setup. Here is the extremely hummy P90s starting off on the neck. Treble or bridge pickup. And middle position. Still needs a little more tuning to get it just perfect, but that bridge is really treble, and the neck is just super mellow. Sorry, couldn't take it. Had to tune that up again. So the G string on this guitar was way out compared to the other strings when I got it out of the box. So I don't know what the situation on that particular deal is. I don't know if there's something that's up with that particular one. I know that on this pickup right here, it feels like the treble side anchor screw is loose, and I'm going to work on that before I do any demos with it. But you know, this was for the unboxing of this one. It was just fine for that. But the thing I noticed was that the bridge is way up compared to the stop bar, and I'm surprised by that because I don't usually see them quite that high up. I think they're usually a little bit lower, but the action is actually really nice, and it doesn't ring or anything. So ugh, definitely needs some time to stretch in, but overall, this will be a fun one to compare to the classic and to the studio that do coil splits. So, because I've always wondered just exactly how much of a difference a P90 makes versus a coil split humbucker. So, Gibson 60s Les Paul Tribute, and I'll do a deeper dive into the electronics and everything when we go to compare it to the other guitars. Till next time.